All right, sixth graders, I'm going to be showing you how to make a line chart using your iPad and Google Spreadsheets. So if you have data that's displayed in Google Spreadsheets, you can actually highlight that data and then you click on this plus sign in the top right corner and click chart, and then you'll see you have this awesome graph that has already scaled your axes for you, which is really great because scaling the axes can sometimes be one of the harder things to set up and figure out, all right, how much space do I need and how can I start at 0 and end with enough space to show my maximum data point. But one thing we still need to do to customize this is we need to add titles. So you'll notice this doesn't really tell us what the graph is showing. And you might even forget what the graph is showing, so you can click the green check mark in the corner. Takes you back to what this data is all about. I still can't see what the data is about. So again, I'm going to click this green check mark, and that will take me to a point where I can see what the page is titled. And this is population of San Francisco over the years. So then I can edit my chart by kind of tapping on it and holding. And then I'll go to edit chart, add titles. Chart title would be population of San Francisco. And my horizontal axis is the years, the year that we got the data from. And the vertical axis kind of shows us what the population is. So you could put number of people if that makes more sense to you, or you could put population. And then because the title says of San Francisco, we can just leave it at that. So that is all we need to have for that chart. You can kind of move it around to where you want it to be. You can also, let's see, can I copy this? I can't copy it, so if you wanted to take a picture of this, then you'd need to do a screenshot and then cut that screenshot down to size to put it somewhere else. I'll show you again with median household income. This one has two sets of data. So this is comparing the median household income for San Francisco and the United States in all of the years from 1950 to 2019. So I'm going to select all of that data. And I'm also, if you'll notice, I'm selecting the row title and the column titles because it's important that this is the San Francisco row and this is the US row. Without that, it'll be harder to tell which line is which on the line graph. And once I've selected the data I want to display, I click plus in the corner, click chart, and then it gives me this line chart automatically because it's a really good set of data for a line chart. If you wanted to switch chart types, you could go over to this and kind of see what other charts might look like. But you'll also see they recommend certain things. So either this one or the area chart that shows like the space underneath each. I think a line chart is good for our purposes. And so I would choose that. And again, oops, I forgot my axis titles, and this title is not very good. So even though it says a title, it says San Francisco and US, it doesn't say what it is. So again, I'm just going to check that data. This is the median household income page. So I'm going to go back here, edit the chart, and change the title to median household income San Francisco and US. And I don't just want to say household income because the median part is really important there. The median tells us that half of the people make more than this amount, made more than this amount every year, and half of the people in the city made less than this amount every year. So median household income is pretty important. Again, I'm going to repeat that on the vertical axis. Well, the horizontal axis is year. Horizontal goes across and vertical goes up and down. So median household income. And you can see it's got the blue line labeled as San Francisco and the red line is the US, and it's already got a legend because we highlighted those row titles. So when I click check mark, I can make sure it's positioned well, and then I see horizontal axis label, vertical axis label, and a chart title that makes sense for this graph, that tells me I'm done and I've got a great graph here. And now I can start to look at it and be like, oh wow, they were basically equal in 1980, but then they started to diverge, and San Francisco got to be quite a bit higher than the US back in 2010, and it's kind of held that path, that distance during that time. So you can start to notice and wonder things like, I wonder what happened in 1980 where San Francisco dipped below the US average or median for a little while. And noticing that San Francisco has almost always, other than that, been slightly above the US median. All right, so hopefully this helps you to make some great graphs that help you to notice and observe how San Francisco has changed over time.